Dispatch trainer Antoine West back at you guys with another video. And I thank you guys for coming out and joining me on another live. I want to drop some good gems on you guys in today's video. What I want to talk about are insider tips for making millions in dispatching, right? What I like to do is drop this down basically to a simple level, I like to make it very simple on how you can make millions of dollars in freight dispatching, right? Because a lot of people, maybe think it isn't possible. So, when you watch my videos, when you do business with me, one thing I want you to understand is anything is possible. In any business, the profit potential is unlimited. You know what I'm saying? Any business, you can make whatever amount of money you want to make in any business. There's no way I can tell you that you can make up to $10,000 or $20,000 per month in freight dispatch, and it's just up to you. That's what I love about being a business owner, right? Check it out. The market is mental, right? What I mean about that is any market that you're in, any industry that you're in, what makes up the industry? What makes up the market? Mind, right? Thoughts make up the market. So how can you change your market? By giving out more value than the current market is giving out, right? So that's how you can make unlimited money in any business. So basically, to make unlimited money in any business, what you need to do is have a high level of value, and you need to get that value out to as many people as possible, right? So that's how you make money in any business. More value and more customers, right? That's the only thing you can do to make money in business, make more money, right? So freight dispatching, I know I hear a lot of times people ask if it's oversaturated. Freight dispatching is another business. So what I feel like, so what I'm wanting to do, I'm wanting more people to be able to become successful in this business, right? So I already know so much information is out there across social media, right? So how I feel, I really don't think that same information is going to change anything, right? So I feel like what I need to do is go deeper into the business aspect, right? So any business, you give more value to more people. And if you guys stick to the end of this live, like I said, in this live, what I'm gonna go over is secrets to make millions, right? So I'm gonna bring this all together during this live. And the first part of it, I'm gonna give you guys a few trucking secrets that you need to have to be able to make millions. And then remember, you want to get that value out to as many people as possible. So that's what a lot of freight dispatchers have problems with, is getting the value out. So this is what I feel like. I feel like it's easy to learn dispatching, right? You can go online. There's so many videos out there if you want to learn dispatching. But if you want to learn how to build a strategic business with a pipeline that lasts now, that earns you revenue now and on into the future, you're not going to find that online. So that's the thing. So that's the thing why so many freight dispatchers can't get clients, right? It is easy to get owner operators, but a lot of people start these businesses and they never get one or two owner operators. So a big reason for that is you're not getting your potential customers to know, like, and trust you, right? So this is what you probably won't hear. You're not getting the owner operators to know, like, and trust you. So you have to have a systematic approach that gets owner operators to know, like, and trust you, right? So this is what most people starting freight dispatch businesses won't understand and don't ever think about. You are asking owner operators to dispatch their trucks, which is a huge responsibility for their business, right? But most dispatchers just expect to post a flyer or meet a truck driver one time at a truck stop by passing out a business card or flyer. So this is how people kind of mess up and like they don't know it, right? So people ask, how can I find owner operators? How can I find truck drivers, right? So if you want to find owner operators or a truck driver, I would say go to your nearest truck stop and just stand there. You're going to find a lot of owner operators, right? So that's really not going to do you any good. So if you're trying to find owner operators or you're trying to find customers, you're trying to do the wrong thing. You want to attract owner operators. You want to attract customers into your business. You want to attract customers by your business idea, right? You can find your customers everywhere, but you want to attract them by the value you're giving out. You attract them to sign up with you and to do business by the value you're passing out. So you got to understand now, think about it. You can have a business card. Now you'll probably hear all across social media that you can go to truck stops. You can go to truck stops and pass out business cards and flyers to find, like I said, find owner operators. That's what you probably hear. But really, when you think about it, if you got a business card or a flyer and you just pass that out at a truck stop, the truck driver takes it. What do you think has so much value on that business card or flyer, that most people would hand a truck driver that attracts them to your business, right? If you just have a regular flyer, what's so special about that? You can hand out maybe 500 of them. See, like if you don't know the knowledge I'm telling you, you can go to the truck stop and think I'm going to the truck stop. You can take 300 flyers and pass out 300 flyers and nobody ever signs up with you. So that's why I'm going to tell my students to have a UVP, right? To have a unique value proposition. Have something that makes your business unique. Now, let's say you have something that makes your business unique on that flyer, right? And some contact information, a website, a bit phone number, email, or whatever. Then that's going to attract them to your business, right? So now check this out, like a case study. You can have new dispatcher number one go out to the truck stop to pass out business cards and flyers without a UVP. Just saying everything everyone else is saying on those business cards or flyers. High paying loads, 24/7 dispatch service, right? And that person can pass out 500 business cards, right? And never get one person to sign up with them. But that new dispatcher number two goes out to the truck stop with a UVP, saying something different. My goal is to increase your profit by at least 15%, to increase your revenue by at least 15%. So if I'm trying to dispatch now, like if I'm new, I'm saying that, and the more the better, the more that value, the better. So I'm saying that, and I'm saying everything I can think of on my dispatcher number two, when they go out there and they put, things of higher value on their flyer. So even if the first dispatcher passes out 500 business cards, the second one maybe can pass out 100 and get 10 people to sign up with them, or 20 people. And then that first one that passed out 500 gets nobody, right? But if somebody really don't explain that to a lot of people, you'll never think about it. And you see how it's easy to see how you could waste your time. And then so what happens is a lot of people do exactly what the first person does, wastes their time, and then they get disgusted. They say the market's oversaturated. No owner operator. I can't find any owner. They say I can't find any owner operators, right? But see that whole problem. And now just think about if that person would have came to me, for like a course or something, and paid. Like I said, this is business. I want you guys to understand that the whole business part of it. And they pay me $2,000 for a course. But what if it's just like the only thing they got from the course? You're going to get way more from my course than that. But what I'm saying is this is literally $2,000 worth of information. Because some people right now can take the information I just gave to them and they're like, oh, it's going to click, and they're going to go out and make over $2,000 just with the information I gave to them, So that's why I like giving out information. You can really change people's lives by giving out information, right? Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, right? So yeah, you got to have a UVP. So now when we talk about it, building it that way with a UVP is more strategic, right? So now, you can always update your UVP. Because, it happened with me. I had a UVP. I had things that were unique about my business. And then, like I tell you guys, that turned into the market. That's what the entire market started to do. So from there, you have to improve your UVP, right? This is in any business. This is just business 101. You can look at any business. Huge corporations, right? If they stay the same forever, what's going to happen? If they come out with a good idea, other companies are naturally going to start copying off of them, and it's going to weaken the idea, basically, right? It's going to weaken the manifestation because more people are doing it, right? So what that company would need to do is go back within thought, go back with, in imagination, and come up with a new idea of more value, for even more value, and introduce that to the market. So that's what businesses constantly do. You're thinking of a new idea, you're going out into the future, you're thinking ahead of time in your mind. This is why I'm telling you guys this in my videos, because this is like $1 million business advice. And I'm going to get more into some trucking stuff. I really haven't even started. I'm always doing this. I haven't even started on my notes, what I had wrote down for this video. But this is basically what the video is about. And as I go through, I'll be able to break it down more. And then you guys got to take what I'm saying now, especially catch the end of it. And I really believe if you follow the video all the way to the end, you can see how to make money not only in dispatching, but any business, right? So, because I already know, like I said, all the dispatching information is out there online. But I know what I need to do is teach you guys just more of the business side. Like I said, because you probably don't hear about unique value propositions, a lot in dispatching. So it's the business side, marketing, sales, social media marketing. That's what's causing people not to start successful freight dispatching video businesses. So if you can get that part, you'll be good, and you can definitely make over $20,000 per year. Y'all see one person asking, is dispatching a high stress job? I would say it can be, and it can be some burnout. That's why I definitely recommend. Now think about like what I've already told you guys with the UVP. Now think about if you have a high UVP, you're going to be able to attract more owner operators, and that way you're going to be able to hire dispatchers to work for you, right? And that's what I did. I started to feel the stress arise, when I got up to about 8 owner operators I was dispatching for, was making most money I ever made in my life, but I did start to get stressed out. And the thing is, when you start to get stressed out in your business, you get burnt out. And remember, as a business owner like myself, it's just really me, right? So what I'm saying, I can't get burnt out because my business won't be able to continue on, because I got to be able to use my mind and think of ideas and keep thinking of UVPs and keep moving forward. So you definitely don't want to get burnt out in your business, because that's going to stop like your marketing efforts. You're not going to market as much, and you're not going to be bringing in any owner operators. And that happens a lot with people's businesses, especially freight dispatching businesses. So what I would that's why another thing, see, like if you just had that high level UVP at first, it'll help you out. You won't have to, marketing would be easier. If you're marketing with the same ideas as everyone else, then, it's going to make marketing a lot harder, right? Yep. So let me get into this first. So the first industry tip, knowledge is power. To become a successful freight dispatcher, you need to understand the ins and outs of the industries. Learn about the different types of trucks, transportation regulations, and market trends. These are all things, like I said, I believe you guys can learn for free. I have a free course that you guys can take if you haven't, or you can look at some of my free videos or across social media. But let's say truck types, you need to learn flatbed trucks, step deck trucks, reefers, dry vans. And this is what I wouldn't spend much time on. If I was starting a freight dispatch business, these are the things you need to learn very quickly, so you can move on to like some marketing. This is the stuff like everybody knows, right? So this is what I think a lot of people fail because they only pay attention to, especially like when you're new. You need to learn about the transportation regulations, the hours of service, and things like that. So next, you need to build strong relationships with freight brokers. What I did, I got in a lot of the Facebook groups. I met a lot of people that way. You just need to always grow your network, right? Because some of these people are going to have loads when you actually start dispatching. So I would do anything that I could. Even now, that's how and then once you start really getting into business, you'll see, like even now I make the most amount of money because of networking, because the people I meet, and that we can grow networks together. So organization, you're going to be managing multiple different shipments, owner operators. In the beginning, you're not going to have a like a lot of owner operators. You're going to start one by one or acquire, two or three here or there. So I say as far as organization and managing rate cons and everything like that, and I like to keep the budget as small as possible in the beginning. So what I would do, I would just use Google Drive, right? I would just use Google Drive for that. Negotiation skills, that's a big one. That's a big one. Freight rates can make or break your profit margins, right? So I would learn to sharpen your negotiation skills when you're negotiating, with these brokers. Or one thing I do, well, I would say with brokers, grow a network, become their friend, right? That's a negotiation tip. I had brokers where I knew what I knew what they ate for lunch, right? I knew what time they went out for lunch, right? So that's one thing I really did is I grew my relationship with brokers, and then they were just willing to offer me more money. So start there and make it easier. Don't always feel like it's a fight. Hey, that's the best negotiation, one that you don't even have to like fight for, right? See what else we got. Just with negotiation skills, one thing I do, I never really tell a broker a rate first. I like to let them give me the rate first, and if I have to give them my rate, it's a certain percentage that I increase. I don't. Of course, I wouldn't tell them the actual rate I want, and I even have a certain percentage that I automatically increase it by. And that just made it easy for me. If I just automatically increase it by a certain percentage, if they're not willing to tell me the rate first, that just works for me every time. So, and that's a part of negotiating. Like I don't want the same process for every negotiation I do with a broker, right? So you can attend industry events, right? Same thing. Go back to your UVP, right? Go back to your UVP. Another thing, if you're attending industry events, if you're taking business cards and flyers in there, but if you have your website on there, you have your UVPs on there, someone sees that UVP, that's going to make them more interested. You want to get owner operators interested in your business. That's the whole thing too. Why so many people can't get owner operators, because they're not interested in your business, because you're saying you're marketing the same ideas as everyone else. So, and really, when you realize it, when I say you're marketing the same ideas as everyone else, I'm saying you're giving the same value. You're giving the same value as the majority of the market. So that's not drawing any attention on your business. And attention is cash flow, right? So you have to stand out. You have to grab their attention for them to want to sign up with you. Of course, technology, and embrace load boards, GPS tracking technology. You want to be able to maybe log into the owner operator's ELD, so you can track and see where they're at, so you can give the brokers updates. So one thing I try to do, what you should try to do is everything possible you can for your owner operators. I don't like the brokers calling my owner operators, right? You want to limit that. And I do things on purpose to limit the amount that brokers are calling your owner operators. Like email the broker, let the broker know that your driver is there, or just any updates. You always want to let the brokers know about any updates. Okay, and I see, and there's some higher level knowledge too. If you don't have any owner operators, check it out. Stop saying it. If you don't have any clients, stop saying it, right? Stop saying it. Okay, this is the way business works. You have a goal to get to in your business. Your goal is to have owner operators, right? Your words will not return to you in vain. This is one of the biggest things I learned from, starting my own business, right? If you are thinking about not having any clients or not having any owner operators, if you're thinking about that all day and you're talking about it and you keep repeating it, you are weakening yourself, because your goal is to have owner operators, right? So if you're there's really no need to mention it, right? There's no need to mention it, right? So like for right now, I have customers for my business, So I wouldn't mention not having any customers. But even if you don't have customers, there's no need to mention you don't have customers, right? So you don't need to mention it, because the only thing you need to do is think of ideas to get customers. So think about it. And this is why I tell you guys, like attracts like in the videos, right? So think about it. If you don't have customers, every time you think about not having customers, what are you doing? You're wasting time, right? Right? So every thought, this is the real way to get some customers, right? In any business, make every one of your thoughts towards getting customers, right? Don't even think about not getting customers, because it's wasting time. And the more you think about not having customers, the more you're going to waste time, right? What's going to get you customers is thinking about getting customers, right? And the more you think towards getting customers, the more ideas you're going to have when it comes to getting customers. The more you think towards making money, the more ideas you're going to have when it comes to making money. And making money comes from ideas, right? Right? Making money comes from ideas, thoughts, right? So you have to have, like I'm saying with the UVPs, the unique value proposition, those are ideas, right? You have to have a high level idea to make money, right? Right? So if you have the same idea as the rest of the market, or you're saying the same thing, then you're not going to attract clients into your business. So yeah, that's one thing. So me, myself, I'm always thinking about ideas to make money, right? So let's say if you don't have any owner operators, getting owner operators is your goal, right? Now let's say me, myself right now, say I have a business goal on my mind, right? So if I have a business goal on my mind, if I'm thinking about things that's keeping me from that goal, I'm wasting time, right? I have to think about that goal, and I have to think about everything that's going to get me to that goal, right? So just recently, I started that 6-week workshop and coaching program. We just had our first workshop on Saturday. But this is my goal for those students. My goal is to get them up to at least to $20,000 within the next 6 weeks, right? So any thought that I have that's not taking me towards that goal, that doesn't help, right? And I really want to get them to that goal, because that proves something more for me as a business owner, right? So basically I'm saying I have to have all the thoughts to get me to the goal, and all the ideas to get me there. And that's what you need now. If you don't have any owner operators, you need ideas to help get you owner operators. So if you don't have them, you should think about, even if you're thinking about or saying that you don't have owner operators, you should immediately follow that up with the idea to get owner operators, right? Right. So let me get into this right too. And this is the big part. So those are a few basics, and you got to have those basics to be able to be to be a good freight dispatcher. Those are just the basics. But this is the part like a lot of people aren't going to get. So you got to market your business, right? So really, look, this is how it basically works. So any business, you just really want to worry about the customers you can get. You want to worry about the value you're giving to your customers. Check it out. This is like even like Elon Musk, right? When he first came into the game, if he's thinking about what all the rest of what all the rest of the car manufacturers are doing, he's going to come in and be the same as everybody else, and he's not going to grab attention. He's not going to grab attention from the market, right? But what he's coming in and doing, he's being totally different, right? And I'm telling you, this is what anybody that's making millions of dollars, right? A lot of people is going to say it's not possible, right? But that's a lack of faith, right? So if you have a lack of faith, right, this going back to if you keep saying you don't have clients, that's a lack of faith, because you're thinking away from your goal, right? You want to think towards your goal. That's the only thing that's going to get you to the goal, right? So what people are doing who make millions of dollars, they don't even think about the market. They think about a whole nother totally different idea to introduce to the market, right? They think about a whole nother totally different idea to introduce to the market, right? And what social media has helped us do has helped us to market that idea to more people, right? Freight dispatch, you can look at the numbers. If you're dispatching, do the numbers. I've done the numbers plenty of times. But if you're dispatching, look at the money you can make from dispatching 10 owner operators, right? If you're charging 8%, right? But so many people don't get up to 10 owner operators because you're not using the tools available to you. And social media is one of them. So if you want to make $20,000, $50,000, millions of dollars as a freight dispatcher, this is the main thing you need to do. You need to have a great UVP. You need to always update that UVP. You need to get on social media. You need to make videos so your potential customers can know, like, and trust you, right? And this is what's going to attract owner operators into your business, where you're not saying the same thing everyone else is saying. And now you're using social media. And what social media is, it is a tool that helps us get our business ideas out to as many people as possible. And you can sit at home and you can make the videos, so it doesn't take a lot, right? You just have to have the idea. You just have to have the UVP, and then you use social media to get that UVP out to as many people as possible, right? So think about it. 10 owner operators isn't a lot. Now, if you're just going to the truck stop, passing out business cards and flyers with no UVP, saying the same thing as everybody else saying, it might take you a long time to get to 10 owner operators. But if you're marketing yourself on video, if you have a UVP, if you're saying something nobody else is saying in the market, if you're talking about how you want to increase the revenue of owner operators, how your goal is to increase revenue by at least 10% or at least 15%, right? If you're saying something like that, and then you're getting on social media and you're pushing these videos out to thousands and thousands of people using social media, right? You're going to start building a funnel, right? Right. So what you want to take yourself from being, you want to start producing. You want to take yourself from being the consumer to the producer. So not only consuming social media content, right? Because people consume social media content to buy things, right? You want to put yourself in the position of the producer. You want to start producing social media content. And when you produce social media content, what you're doing, you're producing your value. You're taking that UVP that you went within your mind, and you went and you looked at you did market research, you looked at other people's companies, and you start to see what you can offer that's different from the market than what's not already out there. And then what you do is you get online and you put that UVP out to as many people as possible, right? And like I said, now you're putting your ideas out there, right? So basically what social media is other people's ideas. People are putting their ideas out there, but you have to take yourself from a place of just taking in ideas from other people and take from that to putting ideas out, right? Putting ideas out with link clicks, right? And then going back to this is how you can make, for people who say it isn't possible, this is how you can make any amount of money in any business. You just got to have the ideas, right? Money comes from ideas. You don't need money to make money. You just need a good idea to make money, right? So as long as you have a good idea and you put that idea out into the market and you put it out to as many people as possible, and then we guys know how analytics work. The more owner operators that watch your videos, that like that idea because you're saying something different, the analytics is automatically going to attract more people basically to your business idea by what you're saying. So that's how social media can basically make you a lot of money, right? But of course, what you would need to do is you would need to start hiring dispatchers. So you don't need to stay in that dispatcher position for too long, right? You want to get out of that position. You want to get out that position, and you want to use social media, and you want to start hiring dispatchers to work for you. And then if you like me, you need to use that money, take that money that cash flow that you make off of dispatching, and by using social media, it's going to attract the clients to you, right? And the thing is about it, if you don't use social media, if you're just trying to go out there to truck stops, a lot of people say they don't know about social media or they don't like using it, and that's fine. But look, this ain't the 50s, the 60s, or whatever, where it's just cold calls, where nobody's going to stop and answer your cold call all the time, and you're going to be doing too much work, too much cold calling. You're going to be at the truck stops too much. But think about it. If you just have a high level UVP and you just get on video and start talking about that high level UVP and pushing it out to thousands and thousands of people, now that's easy. But what a lot of people are going to do, they're not going to do it that way, and they're going to get burnt out. That's what's happening. So really, when it comes to anything about freight dispatching, I mean, I already know the answers. I have the answers from top to bottom about this business. And also, I can already see if I'm working with a freight dispatch business, even before the business starts to fail, I already know, right? I can stop somebody in their tracks and tell them to, do something different because I've seen it happen so many times. And then you get so good, like, so everything is a manifestation, right? So if a business fails, if anything fails, it fails in steps. It's steps and it's signs leading up to failure, right? Steps and signs leading up to failure. So I can actually see people's freight dispatching business start to fail before it fails, right? And it's been many times I gave people warnings. I'm telling them what they need to change, what they're doing. I'm telling them, right? And they don't change and they fail, right? I've seen it more than once, right? But I guess sometimes when I'm telling people these things, they don't actually know, like, I'm serious. Like, if you don't change soon, you're going to fail. On one thing, if you're marketing and you're not using, even if you get up to a couple of clients, you get, so what happens, I think I see a lot of people who even do get clients. It's because you have so much energy. You're so excited about the business in the beginning, and you're really doing a lot of marketing, right? And then you get 2 or 3 clients, you're making some money, but people get too concerned, too caught up in those 2 or 3 clients when you need to start looking at a dispatcher to dispatch those clients, and then even go harder on the marketing, right? Don't go harder on the clients yourself. You go harder on the clients, on the owner operators, but let the dispatchers you hire do that. You go harder on the marketing and the recruiting to get more owner operators, because this is a business. You're building like a pipeline, right? You're trying to build a pipeline of owner operators, right? But the normal person, including myself, so how I know all this, because I was able to build a successful freight dispatch business, and I actually did all these things, but didn't know it at the time. And hindsight is 2020, so now I can see exactly everything. I built a pipeline. I built know, like, and trust. I built brand awareness. I built consideration. I converted my drivers. So I was doing all these business aspects, but like a lot of you guys, I was new, and luckily, I did do them, so I made it. But I didn't know what I was doing exactly at the time. I was just trying, I was just somebody who wanted to get out of my full-time job, and I was just trying, right? So, but these are the steps I was taking. So this is how I know I can make more people successful in this business if I tell you this in the beginning, knowing these things in the beginning. And then, of course, if I make more videos and get this information out, right? Because we already know all the regular freight dispatching information, but this information will take dispatching to the next level. Hey, if you guys are interested, visit my website for my next 6-week coaching program. I'm really pushing on these students. I've even invited them to my Slack app, where they have direct access to me over my Slack app, right? Just trying to be a lot more detailed when it comes to this workshop. It's just a small group. I'm not going to allow any more than 10 people in these workshops, but I'm working with you, pretty much directly. And even if I think of something through the day, I'm making a video and I'm sending it through the Slack app. I'm sending a message through the Slack app. Anything I think of to help improve your business. So just take a look at my website if you're interested in anything. But I thank you guys for watching this video, and I